There she is. Look at this thing. It is so raw looking. I swear to God, I'm just going to spray clear coat on it and just run it like this for the rest of its life. Literally make the engine all pretty, build it up, and then just have like this. This. No, it's pretty crazy looking though. Yeah, so if you guys didn't see that last video I posted of this, we finally got this thing moving. And I did just an epic burnout. Literally, the first drive, I just took it. I said, I'm just going to roast these rear tires off. It's been sitting for X amount of years. It deserves it. So in this video today, I want to go over some things that had to be done to get this car running, what I did to it, as well as kind of like the things wrong and what we're going to be taking a look at. As you can see, this interior is absolutely a mess. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. God. So yeah, we're going to be taking a look at that. Take a look at some other things. Also, how about this? I took this car out the other night drifting on a closed road, but it had curbs. And I spun out. It got away from me. Of course, the stock suspension is not good. The weight transferring isn't good. And it kind of got away from me. And I nailed a massive curb, and look at that, insane. It absolutely destroyed this rim, and looks like the tire's going flat too. I'll probably use these tires in a burnout competition in the spring or summer, or maybe for drifting. All right guys, so this car has been sitting for over a week in this garage, and it's like, I don't know what, like 5-10 degrees in here now, probably like 20 degrees. The great thing about living in Pennsylvania is it is like garbage out for 9 months, and then nice out for 2 months, and then it rains for another 10 months. I don't know. It's a mess. It's a mess, but it's all good. We're making the most of it. So, you guys did not see that last video of this car absolutely shredding. Make sure you go and check that out. It was pretty cool. Definitely a good time to watch. And anyone who is still watching the channel, that was here previously before the Mustang, I thank every single one of you. We lost a lot since we switched our niche from the B5 to the Mustang. But hey man, we're rebuilding. I appreciate every single one of you guys, and we'll be up and past the point that we were with the B5 in no time, without a doubt. So, if you read the description of my last video, you'll know that I said this car was ready for the junkyard, and it really was. It was completely ready for the junkyard. But what I want this car to do now that I kind of gave it like its second life, I want it to be able to drive anywhere I wanted to, cross country if I wanted to, enter a burnout competition, put an absolute show on, literally annihilate the rear tires that are on it, throw a new set and be able to drive home. But the main thing is that it's going to entertain other people. Not a lot of these cars are around anymore, especially a T-top 4-ride car. Yes, we are going to absolutely send this thing. We are not holding back when we do burnouts, drifting, anything. This car is here to put smiles on people's faces. I'm gonna do a cold start for you guys right now on this Mustang. Like I said, it's been sitting here for quite a while in the freezing cold. And I'm gonna move it under the lights, take the T-tops off so you can see it in the interior. And we're gonna go through it a little bit and let you guys know what's really wrong with the car and what it needs to make it that insanely awesome, entertaining car that I have planned. So, let's get to it. Let's get this thing started up. It is a pushrod carbureted 302 5.0. It is freezing out, so it's gonna be interesting to see how this starts up after sitting for a little while. All right, guys, let's get to it. Let's see how this thing starts up. have to say, sitting for a week in this freezing cold weather and it being carbureted, it did start pretty good. Took a little while. Didn't take too long to start up. Did pretty well. Took the T-tops off for you guys so we can kind of see in here. And yeah, it is an absolute mess. And the crazy thing is, I actually cleaned it up quite a bit. Yeah, I got my fire extinguisher in there. That was for when we went and did that burnout. I didn't know what the hell was going to happen. But yeah, so here we are. The last time you guys saw this car, I was getting its exhaust on it. I did do a little bit more. I switched to SN95 brakes. They are way, way bigger. They're like 2 inches bigger, I believe, and have a much bigger caliper on them. The old brakes are over here. These things are tiny. I don't know how they would stop a car, but they are so small. They're the size of my hand. I also switched to SN95 spindles, and I also redid the brake lines. Yes, I reran all new brake lines on this car, and that was a pain in the neck, but the other ones were not safe. So that was kind of boring stuff. I didn't feel like you guys would really want to see that. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if you guys really wanted to see that or not. It's done now. So into the more interesting stuff we go. What's wrong with it? So this thing absolutely runs like a rape tape. You saw it in the video. It was absolutely shredding. Didn't choke once. I actually drove it down the highway. It is registered and insured. So the main issues are with this interior. It's really bad. Really bad. So nothing really works. I did have to add in a temperature gauge because this one was just reading that it was overheating right away as soon as I started the car. And usually that's how you know they're bad, when it just automatically goes right to hot. And this car is running at 190 degrees, which is perfect, exactly where we want it. So yeah, we got to replace all of this stuff. Probably going to be looking for a use of one of these. Even though, like I said, we're building the interior to be kind of like a track car, this has just got to go. It's just too bad, too cracked. We're going to get these door cards either taken off, removed, maybe redo them, throw some new speakers in because the events I'm going to with the track. You can listen to music, they're very laid back. I've been there a few times. So yeah, we're going to get the music in. The best thing about this is the aftermarket stereo. That does work. None of the lighting works anywhere. And when I say none of the lighting, most of the lighting isn't even in the car, but just none of the lighting works. The dash does not work. The RPM works a little bit, but it also gets like interference between, like, with the blinkers and everything. I'm gonna see if I could fix this. If not, we're gonna throw new mechanical gauges in. I also have this weird thing going on with the ignition. When I go to start it, I have to like shake the wheel, start it, and then it'll start. Sometimes it'll actually shut off and it won't turn over until I like shake the wheel again. And to me, that's kind of dangerous. I feel like that could happen when I'm driving too. And I'm gonna get that all redone. I'm actually thinking about like creating a switch panel, maybe somewhere around here, where there's like a start button, accessory button, and lights, like something very simple. I'm looking to go all mechanical with this, and you know, make it race car-ish. Heat doesn't work. I am considering tracing it back, making it work. I'm sure it will. We'll get that back set up in there, and I do have the actual dash face somewhere back here, right here. This will just go right over here. That's interesting. There's a shift light from factory on this. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm guessing this will go. So yeah, this will, if I get this working, this is just gonna get bolted right back in there, and then this just looks like it'll go right into there and bolt in, just as it should. And that right there will clean up the interior in itself. But first we need to get everything working before we do that. Obviously, back seats are gonna be removed. They'll be taken out. I'm probably gonna do a delete kit and then maybe buy a full delete kit. They actually sell a delete kit. Basically gonna pull the whole interior out. There is a little bit of a rust hole over there. We're gonna redo it. We're gonna either pour 15 or bedline this interior. Probably throw the rugs back in here just for some sound deadening or something. quiet it up a little bit because it's a very, very loud car, especially on the inside. I actually have to wear earplugs when I'm driving this. Once we finish my exhaust plans with it, it won't be as loud. The H-pipe literally ends like right underneath the car, so that's why it is so loud right now. Racing seats, half roll bar, and yeah, that's gonna be the interior plans for it. Gauges, and yeah, so a lot of electrical stuff. And then all of the track car stuff, race car, burnout car stuff, those aftermarket things that make it safe for us to drive off-road and do some crazy things. As far as exterior goes, we have to get onto the suspension, make it able to drift, make it able to be stiff around turns, good for burnouts, anything's good for burnouts. Engine-wise, I'm not going to say yet. We have a lot of plans for it, but that will happen when we get there. All right. I am absolutely freezing and want to get warm. I didn't want to turn the heat on for this little bit of a video, but yeah. So yeah, that's our plans for this Junkyard Mustang. But all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I don't even need to tell you guys that. And have an awesome day.
At the end of a black hole, cold, lost and upside down. Faces